Hey, welcome to 2019 Part 2, also known as 2020! Woo! These glasses, they light up. Ready? They're broken. Go back to the original pair. So, welcome to 2020, another year, which means another year of movies. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 most anticipated movies for this year. And let me know if you agree with this list. And I have a list of my favorite movies in 2019. You can go check out that video. But let's talk about 2020. Starting off the list at number 10, we have Antebellum. Is that how you pronounce it? Internet?
Antebellum.
There we go. Antebellum. Antebellum. For all of you people who did not do good in their standardized testing or their SATs, antebellum is an adjective occurring or existing before a particular war, especially the American Civil War. So in Antebellum, directed by Gerald Bush and Christopher Renz, we have a writer, Veronica, and she finds herself trapped in this weird reality, and she's trying to figure out how to get out of there before it's kind of too late. And this reality is looking to be who could have guessed, from context clues, before the Civil War, so a time of slavery. And as you can guess, the writer, she is of color, so you can see where the problem lies in this movie. It's by the same producers who did Get Out and Us. And it's very Twilight Zone-esque, Black Mirror-esque, and that falls into my lane of grocery shopping that I like. So I'm super excited for this. We're gonna have a little bit of twists and turns and reality, mind-bending craziness. So Antebellum comes out April 24th, 2020. At the number 9 spot, we have the second Marvel movie to be coming out in 2020. Well, MCU movie, The Eternals, directed by Chloe Zhao. In Eternals, we're going to see Marvel dive into more cosmic-related superheroes as they did with Guardians of the Galaxy. These Eternals, they're a race of immortal beings who live on the Earth, and they kind of been there since like the beginning, shaping history and civilization. And I'm mostly excited for this because it's an MCU movie, and especially with what they've done with the Guardians of the Galaxy and Black Panther and Ant-Man and Captain Marvel, making them really popular and making them characters that we learn to love. I want to see what they do with these comic book characters, the Eternals. See how they play in with the MCU. See what role they're gonna take in this post-Infinity War, post-Infinity Saga era of Marvel movies. So I'm excited to see that. Like I said, comes out November 6th, 2020. So that's gonna be quite a while. On my number 8 spot, we have Steven Spielberg's West Side Story reboot. And it's a take on the 1957 musical West Side. Oops, that's my mail. It's a take on the 1957 musical of the same title, West Side Story, where it's like the Romeo and Juliet, basically. You know, the forbidden love and the two rivaling factions. In this case, it's the Jets and the Sharks, these two gangs, and they're both of different ethnic backgrounds. And fun fact about me, I have a soft spot for Broadway musicals and musicals in general. I really like it. I don't know why. It just gives me this good feeling with the dances and the singing, and I don't know. That's just me. So West Side Story, I love the original. I never seen the Broadway musical. I really want to, but I have seen the movie, and I really love the movie. You know, all that stuff, all that jazz. And I want to see if how close to West Side Story they're gonna make it, or they're using just, you know, the overall basis of it, and what messages they're gonna try and portray in this new take on West Side Story, or if they're just gonna simply redo it, everything. December 18th. In 2020. I think I'm pretty sure you guys all know this is coming out in 2020 because that's the name of the video. At the number 7 spot, we got A Quiet Place Part 2, directed by my man John Krasinski, who aka is gonna be the future Mr. Fantastic, mark my words. A Quiet Place Part 2, following the events of the first movie. The family is gonna go out into the outside world, and they're not only going to be facing the dangers of the monsters, but they're going to be facing the dangers of the human people. And so they have basically two enemies like that. We're getting Cillian Murphy is going to join the crew in this one. But A Quiet Place Part 2 comes out March 20th. This year, 2020. I'm excited to see this. I think I'm excited to see all of these since they're my top 10 anticipated movies, so I don't think I gotta keep saying it, right? I talk about it more in my trailer reaction, so you can check that out. Shameless self-promotion. Number 5. Number 6. We have Disney Pixar's Onward, directed by Dan Scanlon. Disney's Onward, starring Tom Holland, Chris Pratt. Interesting concept. Is in a fantasy world, and it's very modernized. You see the planes, and they have neighborhoods and everything like this, and it's super cool. It's something that you would see in a Pixar movie, that they make this kind of setting. And these two brothers, they look to, if I remember correctly, try to revive their dad, something like that, something with magic. And Pixar always does an amazing job. This is not the only Pixar movie coming out this year, as we get Soul. But the reason I put Onward on my top 10 list and not Soul, that's a spoiler, I don't have Soul on the rest of this list, is because Soul, I was watching the trailer and I really like it. It's about what you want to do, you go out there, and who do you want to be remembered for, and this and that. But the aesthetic kind of reminds me of Inside Out. So that instead I put Onward on this list. I'm equally excited for both of them, so I guess there's like a little slash in between here, Onward slash. So this comes out March 6, 2020, and yeah. Number 5 is the new Mulan, the live-action Mulan, set to release March 27th. Are all of these movies coming out in March? And this new Mulan, directed by Nikki Caro, we are getting a live-action Mulan. And looks like it's gonna be nice and fresh. Not, as I've talked about in my trailer reaction for this one, it doesn't look to have any musical numbers or magical creatures such as like Eddie Murphy's dragon and that little bug thingy. But there is a lot of fantastical elements in this movie, and it looks as a main focus on Mulan. March 27, 2020. That's this year, by the way, if you didn't know that. Number 4, we have another female heroine, Black Widow by the MCU, directed by Kate Shortland. Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, set to take place in between Civil War and Infinity War, following Black Widow looking to settle some business with some past enemies. Black Widow being one of the core 6 Avengers, finally getting her standalone film. This is exciting for anyone who's a fan of the original Avengers, and I really think Black Widow should have gotten it before Captain Marvel, but you know what, that is done. Coming out May 1st, as all the great Marvel movies came out in May. May 1st, this year, Black Widow takes us to my top 3. At the number 3 spot, we got Christopher Nolan's newest action drama thriller, Tenet. Set to come out July 17th. It's an action epic. It says here on the IMDb website, revolving around international espionage, time travel, and evolution. As you know, Christopher Nolan is my favorite director of all time. Memento, Inception, The Dark Knight trilogy. Amazing movies. So Christopher Nolan is back with Tenet to start off this decade. So Tenet, by the trailer, it's very a little bit confusing, and I like that. Doesn't tell you that much, but you do know time travel is going to be involved. So Tenet, Christopher Nolan, July 17, 2020. Number 2, Wonder Woman 1984. Yes, I'm looking forward to this more than Black Widow, because listen, that trailer was bad ass. Wonder Woman is such a badass. She's gorgeous, and she's just a badass. Most recognizable female superhero of all time. But Wonder Woman 1984, looking to take place in, 1984. And Steve is alive. Or is he? There's a lot of mysteries revolving around the plot, and if Steve is really real, and who is the final enemy? Who does she have the golden armor on for? Wonder Woman 1984, directed by Patty Jenkins, starring Gal Gadot and Pedro Pascal, aka The Mandalorian, and Kristen Wiig. Coming out June 5th, 2000 XX. And looks like it's gonna be the summer movie. I think so, unless Black Widow beats it somehow. I don't think so. So, for my number one most anticipated movie is Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla versus Kong. Coming out November 20th of this year. It was supposed to come out in May, but it got pushed back. And as the title suggests, it is about Godzilla, the new king of the monsters, versus the guy who had the title originally, King Kong. Godzilla versus Kong, like the 6th rematch, and they're gonna duke it out. I'm just excited. It may not even be that great of a movie. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the plot and everything like that, and it was. But the fighting between Godzilla and Ghidorah and Mothra and Rodan, and just absolutely craziness, absolutely nuts. So I am, as a huge fan of Godzilla, I'm rooting for him. He's gonna kick Kong's butt. Are you kidding me? There's no way Godzilla can lose this. Until that trailer comes out, I have some predictions for it, and I'll get into that when the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, which I don't know what the hell they're doing. So, Godzilla vs. Kong, my most anticipated movie of 2020. What is your most anticipated movie of 2020? There's a bunch that I did not mention, including some serial killers, some monster hunters, some ghostbusters, and a certain rat and mouse that are going to be telling the origins of their historic rivalry. But these have been my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2020. Should there anything on this list? What are you looking forward to most? Are you looking to see a giant radioactive lizard take on a giant monkey? Who knows what you're into? So, this has been your boy, KKK. Whoa, that's too many Ks. KC! Whoa, KC on Clutch Cinema Talk 2020. I'll see you in my first review soon. Alright, I'm out of here. Come out of here! Clutch Cinema Talk, out of here! I'll catch you in the next one. Watch out, Godzilla!